real man ain't gonna sit there and watch his woman struggle to pay bills. Break up with her. Find you a queen with some money.
What do I bring to the table? Excellent question. I am the table.
Somebody in the comments said vanity, selfishness, hatred by wearing makeup, a false narrative, including the hair, color, rotten attitude, basically nothing. Have a nice day. Somebody else said a very classy way of saying nothing. Somebody else said at your age, nothing but a diseased hoo-ha. Somebody else said stress, drama, and high maintenance. Girl, you didn't say nothing. Again, restate your value add to our lives.
Can we normalize, instead of guys buying you a drink at the bar, they buy you food? Like a guy being like, hey, can I buy you a drink? It's like, okay, cool, yeah, sure, whatever. But if a guy came up and was like, can I buy you chicken tenders? I just feel like it'd be a lot more effective. I don't know. Can we normalize, instead of guys buying you a drink at the bar, they buy you food? Like a guy being like, hey, can I buy you a drink? It's like, okay, cool, yeah, sure, whatever. But if a guy came up and was like, can I buy you chicken tenders? I just feel like it'd be a lot more effective. I don't know.
The issue is that men who want to go 50-50 want the woman to do 100% of the housework. I'm working full-time and taking care of the kids and the house. Yes, sir, you are paying 100% of the bills. So, let me tell you why this is flawed. From the time my children were 6 months till about 2.5 years old, this was my schedule. I would wake up early, go to the gym, come home, get myself ready, get them ready, take them to daycare. Then I would go to a full day of work, and when I got off work, I would pick them up from daycare, bring them home, wipe them down, give them snacks, clean the house, cook dinner, then feed them, bathe them, put them to bed a lot of nights before their mom got home. Why was I doing all of that? Because our schedules dictated it. This went on for 2 whole years. My wife would clock in at 12 at her job, and she would get off at 8:39. The daycare that my kids went to was on the way. I had to go past it to go to work, and they couldn't be there any later than 9:30. So me having to be at work at 8:30, it made sense for me to take them. She gets up, gets ready, goes to work in the middle of the day. Well, my day is halfway done. I finish a full day of work. I'm blue collar. I'm fired after that. I go pick them up, bring them home. I'm a neat freak. I'm cleaning the house like crazy. I'm cooking dinner and all that. And I'm making sure she got a hot meal when she come in the house. I promise you, on my kids' lives, I am not exaggerating about any of this. I be throwing down in that kitchen. I did all of that for a very long time because that is what our schedule said had to happen. If I were a woman, I would have complained for 2 years straight about how I'm a single married woman. Except I'm not a woman. I'm a man, and I do what needs to be done. Even if that's more of the housework and child rearing and working. These are things that just happen, ebbs and flows through marriage. Sometimes y'all schedules will mean that you need to do more. And a lot of times y'all just love being the ultimate victim, so you don't even say that your man is working 12/5s because he works at a power plant and they're severely understaffed. So you do have to do more of the housework and child rearing and all that because he's working a lot more than you are. Now, obviously, if you get with a man and both of y'all got a 9 to 5 and you're doing everything with the kids and cleaning up the house and doing all the cooking and cleaning his drawers and all that. Yeah, that man is trash. I just feel like, why do y'all always give the worst, biggest pieces of examples of these guys when we talk about this 50-50 shit? Nobody's talking about these doo-doo water and y'all be picking. Nobody talking about them. Somebody interview my wife and be like, is your husband helpful? She gonna be like, he be trying to do everything. We fight over who giving the kids a bath every night. Huh? I'm never talking about y'all doo-doo butt cracking husbands who don't do nothing. Get home, kick his smelly feet up, and then watch you just work around the house all day. He don't even like you. Who can be getting that much help with the bills? Y'all going 50-50 on the bills. Y'all living a good life financially. Get home, kick his stank ass feet up, and just watch you do everything. You have to feel, when I feel like my wife is doing too much, even if I'm tired, if I'm too tired and I feel like I'm still not gonna, I'll be like, sugar, sit down, stop all that cleaning up. You making me anxious. I feel like I need to be helping, sit down. And then she'll be like, boy, shut up and keep cleaning. Right there, yeah, there are times where your wife does more than you and both of y'all are at home. But he should feel bad. He should be like, I need to help, I need to do something. My wife getting to doing that, and then she thinks she about to cook. I'd be like, oh, I already ordered food, it's on the way here. I'm trying to take something off that plate. You feel what I'm saying to you? You ain't gonna call me a piece of shit. That's a little pro tip for anybody, a man or a woman. You see your spouse in the house cleaning up and all that, and you know it's their night to cook dinner. You don't feel like getting up and cleaning up, you better get on Uber Eats, order a pizza, and don't worry about cooking. The food will be at the door in a second. Just go take a shower. I'm gonna watch the kid. You go take a shower. I'm gonna make sure they eat and all that. I'm gonna get them baths and all that. You go lay down. Give yourself a break.
Hit the nail on the head. Men be doing this stuff, and oh man, he's such a great men be doing the same stuff, and he's such a great husband. We love an actual man. That's a real man right there. He taking care of the house, so I can be in my soft girl era, so I can enable myself to be a passenger princess and all that other stuff. But should you have to actually get up and work and do some stuff, then all of a sudden it's a problem. Then all of a sudden I'm a single married mom. I'm a single married, whatever you want to call yourself. Got to lift myself up as, oh man, I'm just the only one down here and nobody sees me. And 1,000 other women in the comment, yeah, I made him a sandwich and, whew, man, he don't seem like I got to do this every single day. Never mention once what that man do for you. Never mention once what that man does for you. Yeah. Modern women.
I'm not a good woman, okay? I promise you don't want me. I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do 50-50. I'm smarter than you. I won't listen to you. I will stress you out. And I like to spend a lot of money, okay? We ain't compatible. Leave me alone.
Somebody in the comments, a dude said, see you after 30. Because all this noise going to stop.
Married women really be on here talking about, if my husband said that he need a sandwich at night, I'm about to get me up and make him a sandwich. Girl, stand 10 toes down, because that dude got 2 hands. He can make his own sandwich. You don't need to be doing something for no grown man. Sweetie.
Y'all, where are the men? I love us women, but like I'm tired of going to events and it's like 1,000,001 girls and there's like 2 men in the corner. Like, men, y'all don't want to leave your houses no more? What y'all doing? Y'all, we say we over the apps, but y'all sure not outside. Okay, so my last video got like over 600 comments and they kind of basically sounded all like this. And I asked where are the men? They basically said they're at home, they're at work, or at the gym. A lot of them said they're trying to protect their peace. And I definitely hear that. I guess they expected me to be like, oh my God, how dare you say that? But I can understand it. The reason why I feel like I can understand it is because there is a very big divide amongst men and women right now, especially in our community. I blame the podcast pros and all that good stuff, but stupid online hypothetical question, oh, if I don't spend $200 on a date, it's not a date. Like, shut up. Ultimately, this divide just makes our community a lot weaker. Now you have women saying stuff like, oh, men ain't ish. And I will never say that. You know why I will never say that? Hold up, I won't say that publicly about all men. Anyways, let me focus. But ultimately, I want to end up with a black man on top of that. I want to marry one. So if I have this outlook that y'all all ain't ish, we're gonna find one that is of substance. It's really sad because a lot of women I'm also talking to, they're kind of like, yeah, girl, I stay at home. So if we're all staying at home, we're going from work to maybe the gym and mostly just home. Like, it's like, when do we get a chance to socialize and take out dating? Remove dating from the equation, because I still think like women and men should still be in social settings with each other. Yes, even outside of trying to get to date someone or whatever. It just builds a stronger and more diverse community. We get to have conversation and not attack or just talk from the other side, you know? I always blame the decline of third spaces. Like, literally my pinned video is like our lack of third spaces. And it's been really fun building a community group, but I get so frustrated because for every 10 women who signs up for an event, we have like 1 guy who signs up. And what is crazy is that the men at my events end up having the most fun. I think it's just because I provide low pressure environments like that allow for like genuine connections. Like, we don't club out Issei Collective. Like, we really just be on some chill stuff. I got on a tangent, I'm sorry y'all. But yeah, no, we need to figure out how we can socialize better, because we're not on the apps, y'all are not outside. I guess we can go to these like work functions and stuff like that, but like, why do I need to go to like 20 different conferences just to like connect with the opposite sex? Anyways, I hope black men in particular find their peace, but also find joy and happiness in being outside and communicating and talking with women who enjoy their company as well too, because I we as a society, we need each other. We both need each other.
Dudes in the comments saying she actually listened to us, and that's refreshing. Another dude said the fact that you listened and responded with respect is fire. Charles said, you're a rare breed and I appreciate your energy. You actually do, because a lot of modern women, when men say these types of things, when men respond, they say, well, where are the guys at? I'm looking for the fellas. Where can I find this guy? Where can I find that guy? And then men respond, oh man, you guys need to grow up. You guys are this, or you guys are that, or you guys are trash, and all that other nonsense. But kudos to you for listening and saying, man, I can understand that. Even if you don't agree with everything, listen, this is the goal that I'm trying to get to. I want to marry a black man. So I can't sit up here and say that all black men are trash because I want to marry one. And if I continue to say that, it's going to be in my mind that all black men are trash, and I'm not even going to want to deal with them because that's what I'm going to think. And then when one who's actually good comes up, I might miss the chance, or I'm going to be surprised. And then I'm going to tell him that. And then we'll be like, there's a lot of black dudes that are good. Well, I don't understand why you feel that way. That doesn't make any sense. And then that's when the conversation is going to shut off, because he realizes now you got something wrong with you, that you think that it's black men that's the problem. So kudos to you for understanding, well, maybe I shouldn't say stuff like that. Maybe modern women should take a cue.
80% of divorces are filed by women, and 80% of the time the man is caught completely off guard. 50 to 56% of first marriages will end in divorce within 10 years. If you do it again, it goes up to 62 to 65%. And if you do it again, 72 to 75%. And that's just the base percentile. If she's college educated, if there's stepkids, if there's financial problems. When I came back from Iraq, I had a TBI and a minor stroke. And my now ex-wife was like, I'm out of here. I'm not taking care of this guy for the rest of my life. And that was it. I got crucified. And I've seen the same thing happen to hundreds of my friends and acquaintances. And in the past 15 years, I've talked to thousands of men who, the minute they find out, like, oh, I got laid off, they get served divorce paperwork. Or I got diagnosed with MS, you're getting divorced. It's screwed up. Now, Chris Rock said it best. And he said the biggest lie women say is, it's your baby. I'm saying the biggest lie women say is, I do. Because they don't. It's only a for now.
I do if. I do depending on. I like that. I like that. Some dude in the comments said they don't even listen to vows. Yep. Troy said marriage is a 3-ring circus. Engagement ring, wedding ring, and suffering. That's unfortunate. I do understand that there are very, very good women out there, very pleasant women. But when you see a lot of foolishness happening online, coming from modern women, the man just said, I went to Iraq, I came back. So the man he was out there serving his country, come back, had some stuff that happened because of that. Oh, I got to get up out of here. That's what the woman says. That's interesting. That's interesting. And he said, well, I got hundreds of other friends that have been through the same thing. When y'all gonna start listening? Men going through a lot. This is a man saying, this is my experience. But y'all don't care nothing about that because it's not yours. Y'all don't care anything about anything that's outside of yourself. Y'all want a man to validate y'all's feelings. Y'all want a man to listen to y'all's feelings. Understand, compromise, encourage, enable y'all's feelings. But should a man come and talk about his pain and what he's feeling in a relationship, that's invalid. I don't want to listen to that. You got problems that you need to fix. You need to go find a therapist. You're not ready to date. I'm out. You're not ready to be, you don't need to be married. I need to go find happiness and you're dragging me down. I'm out. Interesting.
I'm cheating on my husband, and I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. He was just like, okay, whatever. And he left with my kids. And I really was just like, this is weird. I need to chase after him and see what's going on. Like I said, there was a U-Haul truck there. And my heart dropped because I'm like, oh my gosh, immediately he is moving out, and, you know, already has his stuff. I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, you know, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. But it all started, so I started having a friendship with this particular person, and it's actually a friend of my husband as well. And we just have been hanging out around him a lot lately. We started out with just simple conversation, like we were friends, but we ended up kind of pushing it past that a little, not a little. We ended up kind of like secretly seeing each other, trying to find ways to see each other, and doing that behind my husband's back. So every time that my husband and I would joke about like me cheating on him, he's like, girl, you will be in a grave, you and whoever it is, and you're never gonna leave me, blah, blah, blah. However, in this moment, he did not react that way. He did not. He reacted very calmly. Like I said, I can see that he was very hurt. Like, I can see it. I know him. He's my husband. So he acted very calmly and like very mature, very demure. I don't even know if I used that correctly, but anyways, he acted very calm, and he just left and took the 2 kids. We only had AJ and Aliyah with us.
Sean in the comments said he handled it like a boss. Somebody else said, good on you for posting it on TikTok, so he has all the evidence he needs in the divorce. And here's another comment by Sam. Hey, he handled it perfectly. He left with his kids, so tell to the judge, not us. Exactly. Tell all of this foolishness and this nonsense to the judge. You are out here acting silly, and now you're mad. I don't know why.
I just told my dad I've been like crying since Wednesday. It's just been like tough. He goes, there's a quote to help. I go, oh, what quote? Stop being a little bit. Got it. Thank you.
This night is so perfect. I can't believe I actually found a guy that wants to watch Gossip Girl with me. You think she's hotter than me, don't you? You wish you were dating her instead, right? I'm not gonna lie, that's like the best I've ever had. You're probably only good at that because you have a bunch of bodies, huh? Oh, you have all this experience from a bunch of other girls, right? That's why you're good at it, right? Wait, so you don't care if I take your hoodie home? I'm gonna sleep in it tonight. How many other have worn this hoodie before? Huh? How many other girls have you given this to? What? You got me a coffee? That's so sweet. Starbucks. You wouldn't know that unless another bought you to go there. Blonde espresso? Who taught you that? What?
Some dude in the comments said, my PTSD flared up watching this. Another woman said, this made me realize I gotta stop acting like this. Hopefully, and hopefully a lot of other women as well.
Good morning, cousins. Pick up the phone. Pick up the goddamn phone. I got some tea and it's piping. Okay? Piping. Okay, so y'all know I live in the hood. I live in the ghetto. We already established that. That's fine. So, you know, me and my other neighbor across from me, we nosy. Okay? We nosy. So we be, it's some shit. Her apartment is in the front, mine is in the back. So she be getting all the tea first, and then she come tell me this morning's tea. So we got another neighbor, and she's an older woman, not the one who I be getting into it with, but this is another lady. She's an older woman or whatever, but it's not really her apartment. But I just found this shit out. It's not her apartment. It's the apartment, right? And I have been, you know, I be seeing her in passing. I be out letting dog out. She be letting her little dog out. So we be having conversations. So, we neighbors. We be talking and shit. So she has already put me on. Like, she's already like, late 50s. She's in her late 50s, whatever. The man that she's with now, he's way younger than her. He's in his 30s. Like, he's like my age or whatever, which is fine. That's fine. Cause honey, TT's fine. She fine. She look at her body does. She look good. Okay, she looked good. Okay, but anyway, so that's her boyfriend or whatever. But she has told me when we be sitting out on the porch and talking, and she done told me or whatever, she's still legally married to her husband. They've been married for like 30 years or whatever, and they have kids. Like I said, she's an older woman. Her kids is all like my age and older, like 30s, just in their 30s or whatever. She's still legally married to her husband, and she did tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like she the young now, she living over here with the young now. Her husband, I don't know what the fuck had going on, but they thought they was gonna get a divorce. They never got no divorce, so now they just separated. But she still be going to his house, and she still be, you know what I'm saying, letting him take her, you know what I'm saying, letting it do what it do. Which I ain't mad at, honey. You way grown than me. You're way growner than me. You are way growner than me. But I guess the no, honey, she was pulling her biggest one. And the no, this morning, her husband came over, and cause I guess he wanted to know where she be going at, where she living at, what she doing. He done popped his app over here. And when I say he popped his app over here, found out which apartment she was in, and kicked that mo in. Kicked that on to see what was going on. And obviously she in there with the young. But the young is cool. He was cool on some type of show. Like I said, it was this morning. So I'm getting the kids and shit ready for school. And I'm like, what's all that fucking noise? So I'm the nosy there. And then mind you, my other nosy there, she was already outside. So I step on the porch. I'm like, what the fuck? So, you know, I'm listening. They yelling. So the husband done kicked the floor in. And like I said, the young was cool. So he explained everything like, oh, I didn't know this what he was. Me and her been fooling around. They've been fooling around for like 2 years. He was like, me and her been fooling around for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? She only moved in with me this last year. They've been living together for a year or whatever. And so the husband is just like getting everything together. But then the husband starts like knocking shit over because he's madder than me. And I guess he didn't want to put his hands on her, so he just was young arming up. And so the young guy, hey, I ain't got shit to do with shit. Y'all can take this shit out the fire. So when they do go outside, now him, his wife, the neighbor, and her husband, they arguing this shit outside in the front, like in the parking lot area. So I couldn't really hear what's going on there because the parking lot is in front of my shit. So I couldn't really hear what they were arguing about in the parking lot, but I can see the young, and the young is quietly putting this outside. He's like very calm, cool, and collected, placing this outside. So I'm like, what the f is going on? So I guess the husband must have pulled off and he left her outside or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And you know, I'm goofy, I'm silly, I'm talking shit. I'm like, oh girl, this is cute. This is cute. What you got, girl? This is cute. And so she like, all right, because I guess the young nigga gonna put her out. So she like, hey, could you give me a ride to my husband's house when you taking your son to school? Can you give me a ride to your husband's house or to her husband's house so I can go over there? And I'm like, all right, bet. And then she gonna tell me, if you see anything you want, you can have it. I'm like, girl, no, I don't want nothing for real. Girl, why she handing me the foul girl for boats? I say, you know what? I might could do something with these. And then she whipped these out. I said, well, you know what? I could tiptoe in these. I could tiptoe around my little pop minute. I'll tiptoe. Son. And then she said, oh, I got a little bag. You say you want a little bag? You need a little bag? I said, what? I'm like, oh, I need a little bag. So I said, you know what, girl? Hop in. Hop in. Because her husband's house ain't that far. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The God honest truth. We live in the hood. I'm over here at her husband's house. This is nice. I would have been with my husband. This shit is my best. I'm over here sitting, y'all. I'm sitting. She told me to sit right here. And she said she either gonna have to come back outside, I need to ride back over there, or she gonna come give me a little wave and she gonna let me know I can go ahead and pull off. So I'm just waiting.
Now they keep on telling me that these women, they're loyal, they're upstanding, and they never do stuff like this. They keep on telling me that it's the men get the money and then leave. She been building with him all this time, and then after all that stuff is taken care of and he's a millionaire, he's up, then he just finds a bad little something, leaves her. But it looks like in this situation, it was actually the reverse. She was playing around. And probably the reason that she's giving away her stuff is, oh man, I can't do nothing with it now. What is it going to matter? Well, when he kicks you out, you're going to be able to sell it. Unfortunately for your silly behind, playing around. And thank you to the guy, at least partly, for continuing to put her stuff out. I don't need this drama. I don't need this drama. I don't need this drama. So now you stuck out in the cold, begging for a ride, doing something that you had no business doing in the first place. Getting people's stuff messed up. That man might not have even known you had a husband. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But you got people kicking in his door where he pays the bills at. Because modern women don't care. They really don't. And now you want to go back over to your husband's house and try to make up, oh, just stay out here. Maybe you got something to do, but you can have a bag. So now it's the dude that you were messing with, your husband and her. Not like she cares because she's getting something free and then she's spilling tea, as they say, online. But now you got 3 people holed up based on your foolishness. I love it. I love it. And men are the problem.
Okay, cause it's part 2. Y'all didn't even give a girl a chance to breathe, to get dressed, to do nothing with her day or nothing. Anyway, so the part 2 is she ended up coming to the door. She gave me the little, okay, so I pulled off or whatever, but we've been texting throughout the day because a lot of y'all had questions and I had the same questions. So, I ain't tell her, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't posted this shit on TikTok, but I got the same questions y'all got. And my question is, why is your husband tripping if y'all like separated? If y'all separated, why he over here tripping? Why he kicking doors in? But she said, so basically, all this time, she been living with the young like a year, but all this time, she done been telling her husband that she been staying with their oldest son, in which their oldest son live an hour and 15 away, and then him and his dad is like not really, they into it a little bit, so there was no way for his dad to fact check her that if she was staying over there or not, and plus, anytime it was gonna be like, anytime, you know what I'm saying, they was finna intertwine, she just go to her mama's house, and her son was with the that's his mama, so but she did give me that little signal like, okay, so I think they've been married for like 30 years, over 30 years, you know what I'm saying? So they probably done been through ups and downs, and this probably was one of the up and down, because girl, if you don't go get your man, listen, so we been texting all day, like I said, so she's got me some lunch. She bought me some lunch or whatever for, you know what I'm saying, take her to her husband's house or whatever. And they got some food too, so I'm finna run it back over there. I'm finna show y'all this house. Y'all gonna be like, now she no good and got out. I'm finna show y'all this house. Okay, y'all, look, I'm trying to drive and do this. Do you see this spot? Like, girl, if you don't keep your hands over here with your man, honey. All right, I'm finna take them. They food, y'all. And then I'm gonna eat my food, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just acting a fool. Well, we were separated, so I can. Had it been a man doing that, y'all had a problem with it. Oh, you can't even leave first? Yeah. Modern women gonna act the way they want to act. They're gonna do whatever they want to do, and they're gonna expect a man to pay for everything. She probably spending all that man's money is probably what it is. And honestly and truly, he might be out there knocking down a little something too. So I guess it's all good.
My friend and I were at this party and she thought this guy was cute. And I was like, do you want me to go ask if he's single? And she's like, yeah, well, you and my friend is stunning, by the way. But like, I think it's easier to go ask somebody if they're single when it's not for you. Like, I was like, hey, over here. Meanwhile, if it was for me, I'd be like, I gotta hide. But so I go up to him, I was like, hey, like, are you single? Like, and before I could say, like, I have a friend, he cut me off and was like, no, sorry. I was like, oh, okay, like, no worries. I was just going to introduce you to my friend. And then my friend walks by 20 seconds later. I was like, he's not single. I was like, sorry. I was like, oh, this is my friend. I was going to introduce you to. And his eyes literally lit up and he goes, oh, like, hi, like, what's your name? And like, started talking to her. I was like, oh, you were just scared it was me who was asking. Okay. Awesome.